Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Santa's Workshop here. How are y'all doing this morning? It is wonderful out here. It is early. Sun isn't quite up yet. So by golly, we're going to have a good morning out here in the shop. We're going to get on the Caballero. We're going to get it finished out, ready for paint. Still scratching my head whether or not I want to put the fenders and everything on. Since we're doing a color change, if I mount the fenders on, they can't get back in behind here. This edge right here would be easy for them, but they won't be able to get underneath. So and plus it would make it a whole lot quicker and easier for me just to send it without them. Since I've got to fix the header panel and get everything else done, we may go with that route. So I'm not going to make up my mind on that just yet. But if I send them without it, we can take the marker lights out, get everything stripped down as much as possible. And that way they're not up around the core support and everything, and we can keep it looking as pretty as possible. Okay, so we got a lot of cleanup to do. I got to get the gunk out from behind these where that other glass was sealed in. Got to get the residual rubber off of this, get it cleaned up, get that rust sealer on it, get the trim off. As I said, get the header panel done. We got a lot to do, so let's get busy. ladies and gentlemen, I've made the command decision. We are going to take this thing to paint without the front clip on it. Reason being, that way they can get in behind the fenders, behind the fronts of the doors, do a complete color change. It will just be a better paint job. But I wanted to get things slapped on here and lined up. Now I want you to look at this. I've got to adjust that center stop, but take a look at the seam for the hood and fender. You come down here, come across. I mean, that one right there is a hair off, but that one right there is dead on. So it needs to go over that way just a hair. That's not a big deal. But I mean, look at that. You could not ask for any better seams. I mean, of course, you know, we'll tweak them and everything once we get it on there. I have got the rust preventative all around where the glass goes. Got it in there, all around back here, except of course for right here where I've already worked that. This across here was perfect. There was a couple of little rust spots, so I just kind of went ahead and spread it where it was needed. So I don't know if y'all remember, there's a little rust area right here. That cleaned up really nice. It's a coming together. I've got to get this worked out. I'm going to have to redo this. I'm probably going to put a different stuff on there because that is just not wanting to play nice. The tab is good. That tab is good. This right here, I'm going to get it worked down while the hood is on here. Scoot that hood over just a hair so I can line it up. What I might do is bump the header over. Okay, but I want you to look at that. Does that not look nice? Oh, this is going to be a beautiful car when we're done. Don't know what Randy's wanting to do for the wheels yet. He did talk about getting a set of aftermarkets and putting on it. Don't know. I kind of like the rallies that are on there. I mean, that just really goes with the car nice. But I want to get that trim off on the back. Got the trim off there. Get the fenders back off. Get the lights out. People, we're almost done. Alrighty, here's where we stand. I got the bed cleaned out. Got the trim off. All this trim, as I said, is going to be deleted, so I'm just going to let them take care of that. The fenders are bolted at the top, not at the bottom. The hood is just set on, no hinges. It latched, it fits perfectly. I put the battery back in. This car has been in my shop about 2 months now. Let's see if it will run. Good old General Motors, got to pump it 3 times before you start. 1, 2. Listen to that. Now you got to remember, this has still got the old fuel in it from 2017. Can you imagine what this thing's going to run like when we get fresh fuel, do a tune-up? Oh my lands, it's going to be a beast. Well, it sounds like it's about time for me to call Randy. Say, take this thing to the paint shop. Now, I've got a few things laying in here that have to be painted as well. Mirrors, trim, the bumper filler. Let's see, mirrors. There's 2 panels back here that got to be painted as well. We're going to paint the trim up here. We're going to do a blackout on the trim, I think. And what I told Randy is we are going to take this thing to Mako as is. When it gets up there, we're going to disassemble the front clip. That way they can get all the edges inside, in between the fender and the door. Then we can hang everything back on, bring it home, and boom, we're done. Well, I think we're ready to call Randy and say, come get this thing. We're ready to go to paint. Okay, I got some shop cleaned up. Man, it's amazing how much room you got in here when you pick up the trash. El Caballero. Somebody told me I wasn't rolling my R's good enough. Got just enough of a sore throat. I got it handled. Randy's supposed to be coming picking this up sometime today. Taking it to the paint shop. All the lines in it line up. Now we are going to be taking this front clip back off when it gets to the paint shop so they can get the back sides of the fenders. We're going to find an antenna while it's in there, get that on before we put it back together. I got the seam sealer done. You can see some of it's spread out through there. Got it right down in there, filled the holes. Got it back here on the corners where I cleaned out and did the rust preventative. We're going to take the bumper off once we get it up on the trailer. It's just going to be easier that way. And there you have it. El Caballero top is on. It's ready for paint. And I want to try and get one more video out this week. If I can, I want to try and pull in my donor truck for the Jolly Hauler. We're going to get that motor and transmission pulled before I bring in my next project. So, stick with me. Got this video, one more coming this week. We'll see how many we can get done next week. So, hang in there, guys. It's getting busy around here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit subscribe. Hit the like button. Heck, hit the dislike button. Give me those comments. Send me emails. Hey, if you want to send me a written letter, address is down below. Thank you all. We'll see you next time on Santa's Workshop.